When I first watched the Backrooms movie, I think I'm gonna give it like a. I think it'll be a 6 out of 10. This is us after the Backrooms. I think I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10. What do you rate it, Raquel?
I rate it a 7.5.
Okay. I like to say you know who it is, but you may not. It's Lala's a Man. And today I'm gonna be doing an honest review on the Backrooms movie. I'm gonna try to be neutral. I'm gonna try to be kind, and I'm gonna have negative things and positive things to say about it. But overall, it's gonna be honest. So the last time I watched it, I only excuse me. The last time I watched it, that was my first time watching it. That was my last time watching it. So I might have a little bit of a fuzzy memory on some stuff. So don't clown me. Walk with me. Bear with me here. Now, they did do a good job of translating everything that we know about liminal spaces, the original Backrooms concept, that anemoia, I hope I pronounced that right, anemoia feeling, and translating it directly onto screen. That was really good. I wasn't too scared, but I wasn't too comfortable. I wasn't too nostalgic, but I also wasn't too familiar with everything I was looking at. They did a really good job as far as acting, directing, set design, music choices, and putting that onto the screen. I don't know how many of you graduated, and I'm not encouraging anybody that hasn't graduated to not graduate because of this, but I will never forget, for shorter words and shorter terms, the anticlimactic feeling that I had when I graduated in 2024. When you're younger and you're constantly being told, like, no, this is what you work hard for, and I want to see you walk across the stage, and if you don't do it, X, Y, and Z, I'm not even gonna put on a tinfoil hat and go down that whole rabbit hole. When it comes to school, I just remember thinking that once I graduated, my brain was gonna develop a whole new emotion or a whole new feeling or a whole new definition of bittersweetness, and it didn't. It was kind of disappointing. When I first played The Last of Us Part 2 all the way through, I will never forget finishing it and feeling like I was a whole different person after I had played it. I was inspired. I was going down rabbit holes, watching full-on analysis, and just spending hours of time diving into the actor's perspective, the writer's perspective. Same thing with mouthwashing. Same thing with the movie 13. And if you want to be fair and go on to the A24 perspective, Pearl, the Florida Project, which were some of the first A24 movies I watched to get into A24. When I was finished with those, watching them, playing them, whatever, I will never forget feeling like I was a different person each time. I had just seen a whole different branch of coming of age story, of survival horror, of psychological horror. That's what I was assuming the Backrooms would do. I haven't seen an interview or seen a TikTok that promised that, but that was just an expectation that I had set, and it wasn't met, and that's okay. Now, this next part is going to be a little more positive or neutral. When I was first seeing the trailers, I thought that it was going to be these unnecessary love stories, there's only two of us here, life is short, we might as well make it happen. I didn't know what was going to happen. I don't know why I thought that, but I'm glad that they didn't do it and that they had their own separate lives. I was making a joke with my friend. I said, it kind of gave white savior moment a little bit. I was a little confused when Clark became the villain. I'm gonna be honest, I can't say that I understood what he was trying to say, but it was a twist. It was almost kind of funny that it even happened. Like, when it came to Clark and Mary's stories, I didn't get the full context of, again, I only watched it once. I don't remember some stuff. I got just enough out of their story to understand them, empathize with them, and want to know more about them without overdoing it and overdoing their point of view and perspective in the story. And I really like how their stories, how their dynamics were, and how they came together as the therapist and as the architect. I thought it was so funny and nice how Mary, like, she killed that straight-faced, stone-faced reaction and response that a therapist has. And it was so funny to me how in the beginning she was doing her job as a therapist. They're reenacting this scene, and he goes from,
I am a fucking architect.
And then at the end, he was like, I am a
fucking architect.
I was like, okay. I was scared for Mary at the ending scene. Like, I didn't know what was going on. At the end of the day, everybody has different issues, different emotions, different preferences for stories. And I'm not going to hate Kane Pixels or hate the movie or hate the actors. Like, they've already made their money. They've already gotten their reviews. Me personally, though, if you're thinking to yourself, money is tight, I'm not sure if I should go, I'm not sure if I shouldn't, then I would wait, personally. Now, if you just wanted to have something to do with your friends and you had the money, you want to do something with your friends and get out, then yeah, I wouldn't tell you not to go. I would then be like, yeah, you can watch it, see for yourself, and you might actually like it. I've even known people that have given it 4 stars out of 5 or 7 out of 10. So that's really up to you and what you choose to do with your money and your time. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all.
Movie. I thought I was gonna rate it an honest review on the Backrooms movie. I'm gonna try to be neutral. I'm gonna try to be kind, and I'm gonna have negative things and positive things to say about it. But overall, it's gonna be honest and translating and putting that onto the screen. Do it X, Y, and Z. I'm not even gonna go down into that whole thing. I see a male and most of the time when I see a boy and a girl or a man and woman character, I don't normally assume that they're gonna be together. I don't know why I thought that, but everyone knows that you got here. We're the only two here. Never joking with my friend. I don't know if I would say it was a good twist, but it was a twist. But I the money, because trust me, I've been there before trying to convince myself that I had money. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Happy Friday. And I will be coming out with a Funtime Chica concept. And I will be coming out with a Funtime Chica fandom in, como se dice, 2 weeks. So, thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. What you can choose.